Oh, geez. Wow, we're jumping right in. Okay. Actually, let's do this.
Jeez, get over yourself, Dad. What the heck?
So good.
Right. Let's split up and compare notes in a bit.
Strange.
VOD watchers, welcome back to Psychonauts 2 with a therapist. I very much appreciate that you've made it this far. I hope you've been enjoying it up until this point. I do want to give a quick shout out to any of the devs of this game who are watching. It was brought to my attention today that the dev team at Double Fine is watching this, and I am honored by that. So thank you for taking the time to watch my playthrough. It really does mean a lot to me. It was incredibly exciting to find out today. You have crafted something wonderful. So thank you all for watching my content, for supporting it, and for telling people about it. It really is cool. I really do appreciate it. I also appreciate everybody else who's been watching this playthrough. I know I say it every time I start these videos, but my channel wouldn't be successful without your support and without you watching the stuff. So thank you so much for watching it. If you don't subscribe to the channel, please do take a second. Subscribe to the channel. You can turn notifications off if you don't want notifications, but subscribing to the channel is huge in terms of getting my videos in the algorithm, as is putting a thumbs up on the video. I also have really loved reading the comments from all of you on this playthrough. So if you feel so inclined during this playthrough tonight to leave a comment, would love to see it. But more than anything, I really appreciate your support. If you ever want to watch these live, come check me out on Twitch. And if you're binging these, get a glass of water and eat something if you have been binging this too much and you haven't been taking care of yourself. All right, let's rock. Should probably switch my monitor to having the game on it.
Weird.
Jerry, thank you for gifting that sub to Ciora. Oh, thank you for gifting that sub to Ciora. All right. We are in Truman Zenato's mind.
Here are his outfits. That's pretty normal.
In his mind, have you ever seen my father? He never thought about his clothes. But... huh? This is just...
Something doesn't feel right. She can tell too.
What the... Dad?
I love the Psychonauts. Lily is your daughter. I am Truman.
Don't
I am
get it.
Truman. I am Truman.
What the...
Well, at least you know he thought about his family.
Yeah, but what's with all the lines showing how we're all related?
Maybe he was getting more forgetful?
Don't get it.
Maybe your dad was considering a change of beard?
Never! Not my dad. Strange.
Okay. So I have a theory. I'm just trying to kind of put all this together in my mind. Okay. So here's my theory. So this statue, I think, is less about self-indulgence and narcissism as it is a template. Because there's a mirror over there.
But...
I am Truman. Different beards, Lily is thrown off. Says, my dad never considered his clothes, nor does he ever consider his beard. I don't know if we're actually in Truman. Like, I almost wonder... You know how Helmet is in Nick's brain? I wonder... But I don't know who it would be. Like, I wonder if Truman Zenato's brain got hijacked. And whoever's in here needs these reminders to be able to see themselves as Truman. Right? Like, I am Truman.
I guess he's really proud of his diplomas.
Then why doesn't he hang them up in his office?
He's secretly proud?
But... Huh?
Lily, take it from me. All dads are weird.
I just don't know what's
Right? Because
wrong
we're on
with
it.
him.
We're like on a stage. Or like we're behind a stage. We're behind the curtain. Like we're in a staging area.
This is just...
I don't really think of your dad as a vain man.
He's not! I'm telling you, something's not right in this stupid...
Hey, this statue.
Careful, Raz. That's still my dad.
Lily, take it from me. All dads think there's something under there.
Yeah, more plaster.
Whoa, Lily. Your dad was a really big fan of Nick from the mailroom.
Well, most people are. Except my dad. My dad once told me he thought Nick John Smith was an obsequious little lick-spittle.
Lick-spittle?
That's how my dad talked. My real dad. Raz, this isn't my dad's mind.
Lily!
Oof.
Hey, you kids, get off that carpet. VIPs only.
If it's not your dad's mind, whose mind is it?
His.
Nick's brain is missing, but, I mean, Nick?
Make way, common folk. Make room for Zazarovich Crystal Malik, future Tsar of Grulovia.
What? Nick's the mole?
Nick is the Zazarovich?
I can't believe
What?
it.
What?
The missing heir.
Hold on. What? No way. No way. He came in to be the lowly male guy? Oh my god. And got his brain moved into Zenato? Dude, what? No way.
To the throne of Grulovia. He lived in exile with his family after Maligula destroyed the capital. Why is his brain in your dad's body?
And where is my father's real brain? Come on, let's make him talk. Come on, he's getting away. Move aside.
I love how she takes the ropes instead of just running underneath them.
Excuse me.
We've been
No
standing here
way,
forever.
dude.
Coming through.
Hey, no cuts. Sorry. Well, I never.
That is so clever. Holy crap. Throw your brain in a jar. Put your brain, or maybe it's just what he looks like. Be the male guy for the mother lobe. Get all the deets because you're the male guy. So you have all the messages going back and forth. Oh my god. And then nobody suspects it. You hijack Truman Zenato. Everybody thinks you're Truman because how could Truman possibly be hijacked? You get Ford. No, you get Ford to unlock Maligula. Oh my god. No way. This is crazy. So you tell Raz, an intern who wouldn't have as much context and information as possible, to get Ford Crueler out because Ford would know how to get Maligula out. That is some Palpatine level Sithing there. And I'm here for it. That's brilliant. It's awful, but it's brilliant. Oh my god.
Hi, can we get on the ride, please?
Did you two cut in line?
We're VIPs.
Oh, does that stand for vertically impaired preteens?
Oh, come on! This is an emergency!
It's for your own safety. Come back when you're older.
Well, all right, that's it, folks. Hey, it's been a pleasure doing this series. I have really appreciated all of you sticking with me through this. Since I'm not tall enough to ride the ride, I guess we're going to have to follow the rules and end here. It's been a really great run. I really appreciate it. We'll call this the finale. Okay, no. What if I jump? But I want to ride. How about now?
How about now?
When I said come back when you're older, I meant more than a minute older.
Well, I tried. It's about all I had. Well, this is trippy. Come back when you're older. Perhaps clairvoyance.
Almost had it. I just need to focus a little longer with my clairvoyance.
Don't mind me. I'm just cattle. Can I ride?
Yep.
I hope this isn't
No.
your way of
Smells like the
flirting,
ride's overheating again.
Because it stinks. Raz, do you remember our talk about moments? Because this is not one. Get it?
Hey, no horseplay near the ride.
How about now?
When I said come back when you're older, I meant more than a minute older.
Okay, we're older. Check us now.
Oh man, how long have I had this job? I gotta get out of here.
Perfect. Easy peasy. Love boat time, girlfriend. Yeah. Oh!
Sorry, Grolovians only.
What? You can't.
It's okay, Raz. Go.
But Lily.
Don't worry. I have a plan.
I'm a Grulovian now?
Now,
Hey!
follow that czar.
Yeah, see ya. Strap in. Hail to the Tsar. Theodore rules. Marry me, Crystal. Bless the Malik family. Wow.
The glory of Grulovia. Never had a nation been more prosperous, its people more content. Never was a royal family more beloved than the Maliks, Tsar Theodore, Tsarina Rokor, and the young Zazarovich Crystal.
Remember, because I like to make sure that I give these reminders, we're in the Tsar's mind. Nick's mind. So all of these are constructs that have been created within that mind. And that is, it skews things, right? So we're seeing a very positive representation, not just of Grulovia, but of the royal family. And that doesn't necessarily mean it's true. It's just this is the internalization of all of that by Nick. So just always keep that in mind when we're in people's minds like this. This is not reality. This is a subjective experience.
The nation looked forward to the happy day when Crystal Malik would legally and rightfully inherit his father's throne. But alas,
That crown is ridiculous.
that was not meant to be. The Tsar's Minister of War and Protector of the People, General Maligula, had aroused the jealousy of the warmongering Ford Cruller.
Right there. Right there. We're literally looking at propaganda. The warmongering Ford Cruller. Now, maybe that's true, okay? So I'm not going to sit here and claim to know what the right answer is here, because it very well could be that Grulovia was fine until the Psychonauts came in and started messing with stuff. Like, the Psychonauts, for all we know, could be the United States barging into the affairs of other countries. Like, we don't know who's right or wrong here, but we are seeing a very one-sided depiction here of this. Fear, warmongering Ford. Just because we've known Ford for a while and have empathy for him doesn't mean that there's not necessarily some truth to this. Because whatever Ford did was perceived as an attack, regardless of whether it actually was or not.
What the?
He led his mob of Psychonauts to gang up on Maligula, drowning the brave warrior.
Just when I thought I'd heard every version of this story.
And drowning much of Grulovia in the process.
Oof.
Why didn't the Tsar help Maligula in her time of need? No one knows, but historians agree it is Tsar Theodore's biggest failure. In the end, Grulovia, the Maliks, and Maligula were betrayed by the weakness of the Tsar and the bloodlust of the Psychonauts.
Oof.
That is some messed up junk.
Hey, Raz. I'm watching you on the control panel here. Why'd you stop?
This door won't open. What happened to the ride operator?
He, had an accident.
Looks like there's an electrical problem up above the ride.
Okay, I'll drain the water so you can get up there. If you can fix it, I should be able to get the ride going again from here.
Check. Yep.
All right, let's do it. So I think part of the reason, so I see a lot of people in chat that are talking about why this music is unsettling. And I think there's a reason for that. And I think it's because it's children that are singing. We perceive children to be innocent, which for the most part they are. They come out with no preconceived notions of the world. They have no idea what concepts and symbols have been created in this world. They They have to be taught all of it. So one of the best ways to get people to be deeply invested in a particular construct and abstract way of thought is to induct them in childhood, because you can intercept the diverse array of representation that's available and narrow it into one slot. So you can get kids to embrace nationalism, the Pledge of Allegiance every single day to start a school, national anthem before every sporting event, etc., etc. You can get them into religion. Most religions start stuff real early. You create these systems of meaning and direction, and you pull children into it, and they will take it basically without any hesitation because they don't know to critically think about these things. So when you hear this like song of nationalism about Grulovia and it's being sung by children, I think it passively hits on the knowledge that we adults have of how messed up that can actually be. So we have these innocent little children singing about the wonders of Grulovia as if that's supposed to help override our adult brain's understanding of more complexity that comes along with being a nation that has hierarchies and all these sorts of things. So to me, that's where the discomfort comes from in listening to this song. And I think it's actually a very well done touch here. Jake, thank you for the 15 months. I appreciate it. So let's go ahead and turn this off. Thank God.
Yes, got the duffel bag tag.
Is that why when adults grow up and leave religions and other things from their childhood? Yeah, I mean, yeah, because once you have agency and more control over your life, yeah, you can make those critical decisions. But the goal for a lot of things like that, again, nationalism, religion, cults, stuff like that, is to get you so heavily indoctrinated in childhood that you don't want to leave when you're an adult. You don't want critical thinking to be present at nodal junctures in a person's development when you're trying to get people to blindly follow something, because critical thought is the antithesis to groupthink. And yes, it certainly could, enthusiasts. Yes, it could be because of Nick being represented as a child here. But we are an adult Nick's brain. So yes, there is some potential truth to that because we're... But also, like, I don't know, man. I think a lot of us think back on our childhoods. Not all of us, we don't all think about it fondly, but there's a real, like, resonance to going back into, like, childhood depictions of things. I think many of us find comfort in that, in the simplicity of it. So, it's hard to know if this is a construct that was built by Nick, and this is Nick's thoughts about it, or if this is what was propagandized into his mind. Like, this is what is so deeply complex about these things. Is that these constructs, like take Nona's construct, for example. When we go in and we're sitting in the circus with the fleas, that was created by Ford. Well, our internal worlds and schemas about things, particularly for abstract concepts and symbols, is very similar. We are taught these things. They're represented to us in a certain way. So it's hard to know if these are Nick's creations that he's relying upon, or if this is what was pushed into his mind that he operates off of, almost as like an innocent bystander in what's been propagandized toward him. I don't know. And that's what makes this so complex and I think so uncomfortable to sit in and to look at, because of how powerful these things are for folks. I mean, this is a real testament to how all of us learn about our environment. We don't come out knowing things. We don't come out as adults. We come out mostly as blank slates in terms of symbols and abstractions and connections and constructs. And we use language to try to speed up that process for how we put things together in the world. But we don't know anything here. We have to take all of this for what it is.
Huh. This is not how I heard this story. Then again, I'm not sure who to trust anymore.
Good for Raz. So that's a really good point. I'm glad he said that. Because all of us are now also subject to what's going on here. The reason, additionally, why it is so important for groups and cults, etc., to get people early is because the first story you hear about something that you don't understand that makes sense is the one that you are likely to grab onto and creates the comparative force for any subsequent story that you hear. And once you've heard one story that makes sense, essentially any other story that you hear has to make more sense and be more alluring than the original in order for you to consider changing over. And even that isn't always enough. So if you can get the wrong message out first, if you can get the lying message, the nefarious, the evil message out first, or the wrong message out first, in a profound, logical, and charismatic way, you can move the masses in a particular direction, because even if there is counter information in the form of fact, scientific evidence, the actual truth, video footage of what happened, people might still deny it because the first story is what got so deeply ingrained. There is real power to first impressions in your first introduction to information when there is uncertainty involved in a circumstance that you don't understand. That's why we go after children a lot, but it's also why people are always so quick to try to craft a narrative before everybody else, because when you can get that in, then you have the benefit of the doubt, and everything else is something you'll be cynical about in comparison, just inherently. It's really wild and complex stuff, but it's something that's important for all of us to know and understand so that we can do what Raz is doing, where he says, I don't know who to believe, and I'm not going to just assume the first story that I heard was fact because I have other information here, but I'm also not going to fully waver over here. Now I have to sit in a gray area, and a lot of us don't like sitting in the gray area, which is why we polarize back to whatever we saw first.
Hey, Ford, think you can help me up into those rafters?
Yeah, I don't think that's him, Raz. Look at that, Ford the warplane. Now it's just eerily quiet. I don't know if I prefer the children music or the dead silence. I like that the horns play when you grab onto them. That's awesome. Here's something bouncing around.
Catch me, angels!
There was a half a brain around here somewhere, wasn't there?
Yep. Okay, did that fix the problem?
Looks good, Raz. Get back on the ride, and I'll start it up again.
Oh. up there. Nice. Can we sing for you? No.
Aha! I think I finally found the right button. Here we go. Oh wait, that's not right.
Uh-oh.
Okay, found the right one.
How do you know for sure?
Wow,
Oh, the half a brain's over there.
Watch it.
Woo, man. They were not kidding when they said that that fire circle was going to be way bigger.
okay, sorry. This button for sure.
Stop pressing buttons.
Oh my god. Lily. Oh, there's an enabler. Yes. Where are you? I see you over here. I see you over here. Ha! Come here.
Positivity for now.
I agree, Raz. Oh, shit.
Almost have it.
Uh...
I just need to focus a little longer with the points.
Holy shit. Aw.
Never miss trial.
So, okay, so also, I do think it's kind of interesting to look at what constructs show up in these given scenarios. And so we're seeing a lot of doubt and judgment. So I do wonder if there is some part potentially of Nick's adult brain that looks at this representation and does doubt it and wonders if he has made a mistake about something. I mean, I don't know for sure, but it is interesting that those are the constructs that are showing up here. We're not seeing regret. We're not seeing anything like that. We're seeing doubts and judgment. The defense mechanisms that people have in various situations usually tell us where they're at with things.
Relax. I know what I'm doing.
Now?
Will you just get back on the dumb ride?
Ho!
Oh.
Yep. Ho! Ho! Get me out of Grulovia.
Hang on.
Not again. Oh, God. Wait, avenge Maligula. Where is the Tsar and his beloved son? Death to Psychonauts. Oh, jeez. Raz will not like this. Remember Grulovia. Oh, no.
the Tsar had supported her more, not turned his back on her in her time of need. Maybe then his family would not have been forced into exile.
All right, hear me out. The complexity to this is astounding. One of the things that... Now, you all... I have to preface this by saying you all know I do not use the word gaslighting lightly. Gaslighting is a intentional, long-term, planned out, sustained form of abuse. It is not a disagreement about something. It is very interesting to me that there is a distinct focus on the fact that the Tsar is who let everyone down by allowing Ford to attack Maligula. And this is in Nick's mind. I almost wonder if potentially what's happening is this is Maligula gaslighting Nick into assuming accountability for Maligula being held accountable for her actions. Because if you're Maligula here and you're trying to save face, one of the things that you would need Nick to think is that Ford Cruller is a terrorist and that he failed Grulovia by not stepping up and helping her. Because perhaps at the time, helping her would not have been the right thing to do. Maybe she was causing a lot of harm. If Maligula is who he's in contact with and who has the most influence on her, and she has the power to make a progressive, long-term, sustained story that is in direct denial to Nick, she could ostensibly get him to a point where he blames himself for what happened to her and gets sucked into the vortex that she herself created. Which then brings us back over to the Psychonauts side. I don't know that that's what happened, but my alarm bells are going off a little bit here with the real strong emphasis that it was the failure of the Tsar to support one person in Maligula that caused the entire downfall of the Grulovian people. That seems a little far-fetched to me.
Forced to wander the earth with no country, across the frozen Arctic. The burning destiny. The endless ocean.
They lived in the ocean?
On his deathbed, Tsar Theodore gave young Bristol, who had suffered so much, a small ray of hope. He told him that Maligula, protector of Grulovia, was still alive.
And she's my fake grandma!
Why had no one heard from her? Surely Ford Cruller and his psycho spies must have her captive. Crystal Malik bravely decided...
I can't even pay attention to what's being said right now. That was so perfect. Oh my god. Oh, Raz. Oh my god. Oh, it was so good. That was so good. I love the tone of his voice and how he said it, because there's almost a tinge of admiration in that. Like, I think maybe deep down Raz can appreciate that what they did was really pretty remarkable. Like, he's like, and she's my dead fake grandma. Like, oh man, this whole thing's totally theft. Like, it's pretty great. I just, man, what a great reaction for him to have there. I love that. Oh man, couldn't it also be survivor's guilt type of deal where he's placing undue blame on himself? That certainly could be another explanation, Cladnar, for sure, for sure. Oh my God, it's so good.
Then and there to find her, to undo his father's mistake, and to restore Maligula, the Maliks, and all of Grulovia to power.
Hey! Are you stuck again? Is something malfunctioning on your end?
Sorry, closed for maintenance. And for the glory of Grulovia, or whatever.
What's the holdup?
Hang on. I gotta talk to a guy about a door.
Yeah, you sure do.
Excuse me, but this door over here?
Sorry, busy.
Busy with what?
Propagandaneering. I'm creating a future chapter in this glorious semi-interactive location-based epic. This treasure room tells the story of how once the Zazarovich finds Maligula and restores Grulovia to its former glory, the people will all share in unimaginable riches. But it's missing something. Not sure what.
Like
Plausibility?
something that big egg cup in the middle?
Yeah, something there.
Like maybe an egg?
That's it! See, sometimes you just need a fresh set of eyes. Hey, you get me a big, beautiful, luxurious egg, and I'll use my pass to open that door for you.
Deal! Hey, where do they keep the big eggs around here?
Crystal told me the best eggs he ever found were out in the ocean. Whatever that means.
Hey, assist me in propagandizing Nick's mind, and I'll be happy to let you through this door. Oh my God.
Suitcase tag. Gotcha.
This game is not for children, man. It really hid some dark themes behind childlike veneer. Holy cow. Oh shit. Damn it. Oh, thank God. Damn it. What are you doing, Ryan? What are you doing? Oh, God. There we go. I hear emotional baggage somewhere. But I can't tell. This is so cool. Just the art style on this is amazing. As I destroy it.
Got the first tag.
Alright, so we got all sorts of emotional baggage. Now we just gotta find the actual bags.
Yep. I think I hear something.
The levels have such distinct styles to them. They really do. It's just, it's super neat. Like, it all falls within the similar art style, but... yet, yeah, I mean, like, distinct, like, subparts. It's really cool. What is that noise? We gotta get up into the rafters somehow. That is pretty apparent. I'm gonna go back in here because I swear I heard. Okay, maybe it was the purse. This way. Into the egg room.
I'll take this nugget.
Right? In the ocean. Has to be a way up there.
Oh, this is all gonna be deducted from my paycheck. Careful now. Oh! If you're doing this on purpose, don't worry, that's insured. Oh my, please be careful.
Screw your eggs.
Don't worry, that's insured. Oh my, please be careful. This is all gonna be deducted from my paycheck.
Oh
Careful
no.
now. Are you doing this on purpose?
Yes.
Careful now. Don't worry, that's insured.
Egg destroyer. Alright, if it's insured, we're good. Alright. How do we... Brother. This is probably one of those moments in games where it's something so simple and I'm a complete knucklehead for missing it. It's like, dude, Dr. Mick, it's right there, buddy. Those of you watching the VOD at least have the luxury of being able to fast forward this. I'm so confused by that noise. What the hell is that noise? Holy shit.
Yep.
This should not be this complicated. Holy cow. Didn't that Zara story say something about an ocean? I need to find a fancy egg to drop into that egg cup in the treasure room. Search the dioramas. An egg in the ocean. But there's not an ocean over here.
Lily, do you see any controls for a giant painted mural with props?
I see something called Glovian Diasporama. It has buttons for scenery, props, and heroes.
Can we alter the props?
Yep. You want cacti, fish, maybe some trees?
Those trees are ruining it. Get rid of them.
I was just thinking the same thing.
I think what this needs is some fish.
I guess.
I want to change something else, I think.
Figures.
Let's change the scenery.
Okay. There are buttons for Arctic Exile, Adrift at Sea, and Desert Wasteland.
Show me Adrift at Sea, could you?
Okay.
I think I want to change something else now.
Whatever.
Could you move the family for me?
Sure. Where do you want them? Stage left, right, or center?
Front and center. I think that's where Crystal would like his family.
Okay.
Okay, I don't want to think about that family anymore.
Me either.
Okay, that's enough for now. Thanks, Lily.
Bye, Roz.
We may need to move the fish. So I need to. All right, I need to be able to get up there. Get out of here, fish.
Lily, can you change that projector screen again?
Sure. It has buttons for scenery.
I know how all this works. I get it. Let's change
Can
the
we
props.
alter the props?
Yep.
Nix the fish.
Okay.
Actually, wait a
I think what
second.
this needs is some fish.
You sure this is doing something?
Okay, so there's like a.
Let's add some trees.
Interesting choice.
No. Okay, trees
Those
block.
trees are ruining it. Get rid of them.
Because I see there's a platform behind the fish. So let's see what the
I think
cacti
some
do.
Cacti would really set the mood.
What's this all about?
There we go.
I want to change something else, I think.
Figures.
Okay, that's enough for now. Thanks, Lily.
Bye, Roz.
Okay. Now we go here. Here. Ah!
Hey, I know where I am. This is is the Lady Luctopus. The Malicks must have lived at the casino for a while. Suffering in exile. Ha!
There we go.
Lily, there's a room here just like the one we found on the mission to the casino. The delusionist was Crystal.
So that's why Nick had a Luctopus key in his pocket. He was living there.
Yeah, in exile.
Ooh, that means he's the one who wrote the creepy note about me.
He's here, Crystal.
Really?
Wait a second. Huh.
This place is a mess, man.
Hey! Why the long face?
My father died today.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Don't be. He ruined my life. And if it weren't for him, I'd be the Tsar of Grulovia. Believe it or not. Instead, I'm homeless.
I don't know. This place looks pretty nice.
Ha! Good one. Hey, kid. There's something about you I like. Are you, by any chance, of Grulovian blood?
Half.
Half-blood will have to do. Come, and let us toast to the fatherland. Hey, want some caviar?
No. Those are eggs, though.
I don't know. I've never had caviar.
That's okay. It's just eggs. Incredibly expensive eggs.
Well, since you put it that way...
You won't regret it. I mean, look at these eggs.
maybe I'll have just one.
I don't think one is gonna do the trick.
We'll see.
Whoa. Hell yeah! Da 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 da. Okay, I'll do the actual music. I'll shut up. This is real trippy. Wonder if they see the crown as a burden. Oh. A lot of the same images over and over. This is probably me reading a little bit too far into this, but hey. I do wonder if the repetitive images of his family are related to the idea that because they had so much power and because they were like the leaders of Grulovia, which comes with it probably a lot of time investment. I wonder if he has a very limited internalization of his parents as people and as parents outside of the veneer of a ruling family. Like, these images are very, regal, and they're painted, but they don't have a lot of character to them in the way that you would potentially hope that a kid would internalize his parents. So I don't know if this says something about a lack of relationship that he might have had to his family, or if it was just an oversimplified representation because as a kid this was all he knew. But it does stand out to me that that's all we see. Oh, jeez. There's like actual physics in this and like momentum when these platforms move. Oh! Ah! Oh. Ah! Man, this is so cool. Oh! They must have had so much fun doing the physics of the egg. Oh, shit.
Oh my god! Roll that over to the treasure room before anyone sees what you did! Oh, my poor Theodore!
Oh my god! But hey, I got you an egg, brother.
That's right. Right.
Can I offer you an egg in this trying time?
Perfect. Now please leave before you break anything else.
You got it, buddy.
Yep, this is Egg Beater. Ready to roll.
Caviar rules. O'Doyle rules. Bring back Maligula. You like how I've stuck 2 pop culture references in the last like 10 seconds? Maligula lives. Whispering Rock's Psychic Summer Camp.
Young Bristol Mallet embarked on his heroic mission to scour the earth for Maligula, and with her restore glory to Grulovia. He hunted down Ford the Fraud Cruller, but found him to be a broken man, obviously tortured by the misdeeds of his past. Undaunted, Crystal Mallet dove straight into the belly of the beast itself, infiltrating the Psychonauts in their filthy lair.
Pretty smart, man. Pretty smart. He is the Senate.
Into their organization, the Zazarovich quickly rose to power, replacing the very head of the spy ring.
How's that working for you in the
Lily,
funnel, buddy?
I found Crystal's memory of stealing your father's brain.
Does he show what he did with it?
No, it's just a weird puppet show now. Hey, wait. I'm in this one.
He found their organization ridiculously easy to manipulate. Some of their most trusted agents were mere children, easily controlled by Puppet Master Malik.
Super creepy. Uh-oh. Whoa! What the? Ah! Ugh, ow! Hey, this ride's not safe at all.
Hi, Widgie. Thank you for the raid. Hello, friends of Widgie. Hi. If you're coming along with Widgie, who's a fabulous friend of the stream, definitely need to follow her. I'm Dr. Mick, licensed couple and family therapist. I have a PhD in human development, and this is Game Sessions with a Therapist, where we play cool games, talk about mental health, psychology, therapy, and more in an effort to destigmatize those things and bring information to people who wouldn't otherwise have it in a responsible and ethical way. We are currently playing through Psychonauts 2. We are very far into the game. If this is a game that you want to watch Widgie play from the beginning, if she ever ends up playing it, or if you don't want it spoiled, I definitely recommend that you leave, because there's a lot of plot development happening right now, and I don't want it to be spoiled for you if this is new for you. So just as a forewarning. But if you do want to stick around and hang out, all I ask is that you please not post any spoilers and don't backseat. I don't think that you will, because you all follow Widgie and you know how that works, but I really do appreciate all of you being here. Thank you for taking the time, and I'll use this as an opportunity as well to say, if you're watching the VOD on YouTube, thank you very much for continuing to watch this. It really means a lot to me. Widgie, I hope you had a great stream. Thanks for bringing folks my way. I always appreciate it. Really, really, really awesome of you to do that. Based on your recommendation, I do want to play this, so I should probably dip, but thank you for welcoming us, and please enjoy. Have a good one, Widgie. You will enjoy this game. It's awesome. We are at a very important juncture, so... Oh, hello, folks of Grulovia! What do I want? That. Two panic attacks? Oh my god. We are gonna need to go slow here. Shit, god damn it. I don't think we fought double panic attacks yet. Alright, one down. I love that the main counter move for panic attacks, by the way, is to slow down. I think that's really cool. Really nice touch. I just kind of put that together.
My power comes from justice. My baby. Hostile witness.
I just want to find that cart and get back on the right?
God damn it. Come on! Really? One design decision I do not appreciate in this game. Oh wow, this is something. There we go. Hey, that's the dentist guy. I wonder how he turned. Oh man, I wonder. Okay, so I wonder if the dentist guy was employed by Nick to do the brain replacement. I wonder if he was promised like Grulovian riches. Oh. Oh, there's baggage over there. Alright, we gotta go back over there. Right, exactly, Choco. There was that point where he was talking about eggs.
There's some emotional baggage here. I need the steamer trunk tag for this guy.
One trunk tag I don't have. Alright. Oh my god, this is... Came from over there. Whew. Really easy to get disoriented here. Yep. Hey, look at that. Way to go, Ryan. Way to call that right before we got here.
This must be the moment where Lobato stole Agent Zenato's brain. Creepy.
Yeah, creepy right, dude.
So Crystal Malik was the one who hired you to swap his brain in for Truman's? I'll never tell. I'm literally watching you do it right now. Where did you put Truman's brain?
I'll never tell.
Come on.
I'll never tell.
Yeah, who has Truman's brain? Oh my god. Egg, basket, old egg, box. It's in a box. It's in a box.
Here's the steamer trunk tag. What's that sound?
Got it.
Where'd you go?
I found some weird stuff off the ride and...
Raz, we're chasing Crystal Malik, remember? Not having fun at an amusement park.
I'm
It could be both. It could be both, Lily. Ooh.
I'll take this. It's locked.
Oh, is this a callback to the first game? Okay, that's cool. I didn't play the first game, so that's kind of neat if this is. Ooh, a vault. A land without caviar. Oh, no. Blah, blah, blah. Problems. I'm dumb. Interesting. So we're seeing this from a totally different perspective. Remember, these signs were like, help us, feed us, stop the madness. Like, now we have blah, blah, problems. I'm dumb. Pretty powerful stuff there. Maybe Maligula's not great. Okay. Oh my god. Go execute her. He's... Jesus! And they rode off from the flood. Old Nick is pretty bummed out in this whole thing. He ran out of caviar. Oh, duh, fuck you. I don't get caviar. Oh, oh no. Oh, no. Okay. Now, this is a really easy moment to look at this and go, oh, poor little baby. Ran out of caviar. I would be more judgmental towards this if it was the dad that was bummed out about the caviar. But for a kid who doesn't know any different, that's real. So this is a really important memory for him because he grew up with a particular expectation that he could eat caviar whenever he wanted, that he generally was going to have all of his needs met. We can't blame a kid for this. It's really easy for us to blame kids when they have this like sense of entitlement and go, oh, boo-hoo, you don't have caviar. Grow up, you little bitch. I had to whatever, right? That's not fair to a kid. Because he has no point of reference for anything different. The issue here is the parents not diversifying what's represented to him. His parents not limiting the amount of access he has to these things. So this is something that he grew up generally believing that was going to always be available to him in the same way that you or I might say, oh, cool, water or something like that. But this is a real moment for a kid. This is his first dose of reality that maybe you don't always get everything you want. And in a lot of ways, I think I have empathy for a kid in this situation. I don't have empathy for adults as much as I do for kids here. The parents facilitated a circumstance where this is something that he came to take for granted. So then he misplaces his anger, probably because of how he's been propagandized, to being mad at Grulovia instead of mad at Maligula or his father or whatever. Like, it looks like his dad potentially hired... I mean, again, this is what Nick remembers. But his dad tried to off Maligula, and it didn't work. That's rough, man. That's a lot for a kid to see. I'm really afraid of this. Okay, cool. I want this bird. How do I get these birds? I also want to find the record player so I can shut it off. Oh, bird! All right, I'm not going to concern myself with those birds. That's doing too much. Shit. Couldn't save it. God damn it.
Get me out of this creepy place.
Okay, it looks like you're catching up with Crystal.
I believe in the plan. Maligula is coming. Yeah, well, it's worked because we let her out. Boy, that kid seems stupid. Oof. Malik the Mole.
What's happening?
Things are getting a little weird.
Oh, now they're weird?
Weirder. I think we're coming to the finale.
I'm going to try and find a way to meet you at the end. Look for me.
Roger that, Potato Masher.
Potato Masher?
It's a new mission code name I made for you.
I like it. Let's go mash Crystal.
This is so cool. Oh, cool, a gift shop.
Weird.
What an awesome touch. You didn't have to do that. They did not have to do that. It's so perfect. Oh my god, the little details in this are just A+, man.
I think I hear something.
Oh. Oh my god. Oh my god.
So, what did you think?
I think you're a very confused person, and you don't know what you're messing with.
I'm going to restore a whole country to greatness. A country that your heroes, the Psychonauts, tore apart.
Wow, that's harsh. Grulovia was never great. It was always a fair to middling country at best. That's not the way. Oh god. Let's just light his ass up right away. Where's Truman's brain? Your dad was a brutal dictator and a ruthless strongman. I don't know, man. No, where's Truman's brain? That's what I care about.
Where's Truman's brain?
Not my problem.
People hated the Maliks. I don't know that any of this gets us where we want to go. Like, we gotta work with him a little bit here. Me being a dick to him isn't gonna help us out.
the people hated the Maliks.
If that were true, then why do they unanimously re-elect us every election?
Same reason Putin's unanimously elected every election. Your father used Lucretia Mux to squash nonviolent protests. Well, maybe we can sow some seeds of doubt.
Your father used Lucretia Mux to squash nonviolent protests.
Maligula rained on a few parades, yes? But that's what cooled them down before they got too violent.
There's nothing okay. This is a more complex moment than it might appear on the surface. First of all, we're not talking to Nick. We're talking to an internalized version of himself. So we're already in a one-down position here. But even if this is Nick, Nick is subject to what's called the backfire effect right now, which is essentially where he's going to probably double down on whatever his perception is, even in the presence of contradictory information that may or may not be more like true. The only way that I'm going to be able to have any kind of meaningful conversation with him is for me to first empathize with and understand where he's coming from. And I know that that can be a difficult stance for people to want to take on, because sometimes it's like, well, are you really telling me I have to empathize with somebody who's caused so much harm and done so much bullshit? The answer is, if you want to have a dialogue about it, then the answer is yes. Empathy is not condoning. Curiosity is not agreement. It is quite literally wanting to know more about where that person's coming from so you can understand them better. And that perhaps opens the door to a bit more of a problem-solving style conversation. If you don't do that, if I come in guns blazing, attacking everything he holds near and dear to his heart for very legitimate reasons based on his lived experience living up to the point that we're at this moment, I'm going to fail. There's no way that I, Raz, who, by the way, we saw was internalized as being a stupid kid, there's no way I have any leverage in in this conversation. So the conviction to change his mind here and give him the facts isn't going to do anything. It is a completely worthless endeavor unless we're going to empathize first. So I don't even really want to waste my time here, because all it's going to do is frustrate me.
I've had enough of this.
Yes, me too.
Ouch. Spider-Man time.
I'm not a puppet. I'll break out of this in 2 minutes, and then you'll be sorry.
That's all the time I need to have Truman extricate Maligula from her captors back in the physical world.
No, please don't. She's in a very fragile state right now. Any stress or memories
Don't
could...
tell him
Become
that.
the guardian of Grulovia and fulfill all of my hopes and dreams?
Damn it,
Don't
Raz.
say. Please excuse me. I don't want to miss this.
Hey, you jerk!
J/Dauntless Snacks, thank you so much for the raid. I appreciate it a lot. Those of you that are here live, or if you're watching the VOD on YouTube, if you go to the Dauntless Snacks website and put in an order for some delicious meat sticks, if you use code UMATTER at checkout, you get 10% off your order and you support the stream. Dauntless Snacks, fabulous. Most delicious meat sticks you ever had in your entire life. I'm a partner with them. They're awesome. Jay works his ass off. Veteran-owned company. Jalapeno's on its way. It's good stuff. Jay, thank you for the 10 gifted subs, dude. It's very, very kind of you. Hey, Dr. Mick, I was wondering what you think about a video game that gives you a personality type depending on what you do in the game. I thought it was interesting on a psychology standpoint. Honestly, hate it. Personality's fluid. Personality's not a box. I think it's more interesting to let people play a game and then use their decision-making as a way to assess, but I don't like the idea that a game would give you an evaluation at the end of it based on how you play it and give you a type. I'm not really into that kind of stuff from a psychological perspective. Jalapeno is here. It's true. Jalapeno is here. That's right. Sorry, it's habit.
$25 for this piece of crap?
It's made with real...
Where
Oh,
is my
hey!
father's
Oh.
brain?
Please?
It's a plush toy, little prince.
It's made with real metal in the briefcase.
Come over here.
Help. Ow!
Look.
What?
No, not that one. This one.
I need you to put that way up your butt, Morty.
Were you children just inside the mind of the grand head of the Psychonauts?
No?
Darling, we saw you come out.
That's an incredible security violation.
Listen, that's the mole.
Kid, you're way behind. The mole is Nick from the mailroom. Sasha just figured it out. But I always had my suspicions.
Why, there he is, over there.
No, that's the Zazarovich of Grulovia. Or at least his body. His mind is in my dad's head. Ugh, we don't have time for this. Let's go get my dad's brain. Out of my way.
Did she just say...
I think we should get out of here.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Little Zazarovich, have you come to pay for your father's sins?
Yes, High Priestess. I am here to correct the mistakes made by my father. I am Crystal Malik, son of Tsar Theodore, rightful ruler of Grulovia and servant of Maligula.
Lucy, this isn't you. We can fight this together.
For you're here too? This is awkward. There's too many people here. Too much baggage. Need to push it all away.
Oh no.
Lily, wait!
You go get your dad's brain. I'll jump into the water. Oh no.
I'm gonna need some help. Is Maligula doing that? Of course she's doing that.
This is bad. I gotta deal with water. How clever that I have to deal with my own shit. To deal with my own fears. Maligula really just makes us fight our own shit. It's a terrible reframe for when people do bad things.
Prices are falling, but our quality never will.
No, that could have killed me.
That's actually kind of convenient.
2 pins for that special projection in your life. Whenever you need more gear,
Actually, I probably...
we'll do pins for that special projection in your life. I hope you never need it, but I'm glad you bought it. Ooh, I should get some of those too. My mental energy has been lagging a lot.
Okay.
I hope my family is still at the camp.
Your
Dad, what's the
father
matter?
Had a rough night. He's been remembering things.
I lost her, Rasputin.
What's up, goat?
Oh no.
You know what we have to do.
Mio caro. No tears, my love. It's showtime. Time for the devil's fire hose. Quippy, on the bottom. Now, Rasputin, up top you go.
But what about all that water?
The curse isn't real, Dad. It's just something Ford put in our minds to keep us safe.
Sure about that?
Of course he's not sure. But what choice does he have?
You ready, Raz?
She just like totally just sat down. I'm so sorry. I just have to say this. She just like plopped down on her brother's nuts right there. Just boom. Oh my god. Oh no, she didn't. That's her sister. Never mind. I thought it was her brother. Never mind. Never mind. Okay. Oh, into the brain we go. Oh, wow. We're really doing it that way, huh? Strap in. You got this, Raz. Stay in control, buddy. Alright, Raz. Focus, buddy. Focus on what you can control, big dog. I hear something hopping around.
Oopsie. That's right, and there's more where that came from. Huh. Well, this is cheery. My grandparents were part of the protests in Grulovia after the war. It didn't end well.
Oh, wow.
Here's a scene I was hoping not to see again. Grandma Morona. My real Grandma Morona. And my dad's father, Lazarus. Nice to see them alive, actually.
Lazarus, huh?
You're in the way, Maligulugly. Maligulugly. Malugly. Yeah, I gotta practice that before. Ooh, I'm gonna pay for that later. Oh! Nona? Oh, hi. I'm Raz. I'm your great-nephew. I mean, not that I think I'm great or anything. Just that you're my grandma's sister. And I'm here to talk you out of being evil because, you know, you're still family and all.
Family? All I see is another unruly Grulovian peasant.
Half Grulovian.
Another piece of trash I need to wash from the streets.
Not great.
Oh boy.
How bad is it when people in a position of power see their constituents as nasty little cockroaches that when they hold them accountable to the way in which they use their power, they must be squashed? That's terrible. I am beginning to float over to the side of, yeah, Maligula probably wasn't so great. Where that dehumanization came from is hard to know. But that's a real big, nasty red flag. It's gross. Unfortunately, it touches a little too close to reality.
Why are you hitting yourself, huh? Stop hitting yourself.
Ha! Good one, Sam.
Two of you are no more threat than
I don't like Sam.
in my time. I have vanquished entire armies.
Ding dong! Whaleogram! I'd like you to meet Mental Esmeralda. Uh-oh.
I can't help but think that Sam abused the shit out of that whale to get it to do what it's about to do. Hard to give her the benefit of the doubt after what we saw with the squirrels. Like, I feel gross about it.
Careful, children.
The deluge of Grulovia, Maligula.
Oh, I fear a storm is coming.
Oh no.
The deluge of Grulovia.
No.
Let the streets be cleansed forever.
Let's go, Raz.
I'm not afraid of you. You're just an overgrown lust for violence and destruction. destruction. Okay, that sounded scarier than I wanted it to. But you're actually a normal part of any human mind.
Why are you
We all have dark thoughts.
I will defend Grulovia against all her enemies. Whoa. You shouldn't be. What dares block my flow?
I don't know, lady. Have you tried eating prunes?
The problem is she's all twisted up in knots. I got something that'll help you. Unwind.
The hell? You guys are gonna show up now?
Ooh, that looked painful.
It's okay. I have another one.
Maybe don't use it.
Get here.
Oh, we got doubts. Whoa. Whoa.
Don't give up, Pooch. Not like that, Cougar.
He's like Ralk in Destiny.
Back to your quilts, weakling.
Hey, that little old lady's inside her.
Now that you've seen that, I'm afraid I can't let you leave.
Wait, what does that even mean?
It means run!
Listen, you're a natural part of the fight-or-flight complex, but you're supposed to be smaller. Stay down in the primitive brain until needed.
I am the deluge of Grulovia!
I don't know that this is the time for lessons, Raz.
You've got a fighter from the inside, Nona.
Suffocation!
You heard the Lady Rasputin. Let's get you away from that water. Sorry, I thought you were the mole, Raz. Let me make it up to you. Ooh, she looks steamed.
Go! Take his breath!
Oh, shit. Like I could chuck tires at her. That's a little random.
Oh.
There's something
Mama! Are you... Nona, if you can hear me, this thing is not your fault. Ford's experiments opened the door and let it out of the lower brain. The Tsar and his war made it grow.
This has gone on long enough. I'm not afraid of the water. Once you begin, let it feed you. Your fear will grow.
Shit.
Never underestimate the power of pirate radio.
Mama came to me, upset about some terrible mistake she had made. So we put the word out on KLOB, and guess what? People were listening! At least one of them, and they told the others.
Thanks, Morris.
And they're all being remarkably calm in this.
You owe me an exclusive on-air interview for this, okay?
You got it, buddy.
Marona wasn't supposed to be there. Lazarus shouldn't have brought her. He killed my sister.
No, that's not quite right.
No, that's not quite right.
Pody, listen.
I killed my sister.
I might not be your real grandmother.
I killed my sister.
But you're still my family.
What's so that? I kill lots of people.
The only thing I can offer now is everything I've got.
But there's always room for one more!
Oh, I wish I had made you bigger.
It's okay, Nona. Look behind her.
Big Rasputin.
My Crowley dug his little hole after all.
Yep, and we're gonna fill it.
Nice. Yeah. Yes. Oh. Pyro breath. Oh. Yeah. Oh, this is awesome. Ah. Get back. Away with you. Yeah. Down goes Frazier. Down goes Frazier. Yeah. Get in the hole. That was so cool. Holy shit.
Nona!
No.
You can't get rid of me! I'm a part of her!
Big deal. Everybody's got something like you. We just know how to keep it where it belongs.
Jack! Oh, wait. All right, so before we see what's next, really quick here. Well, not really quick, but we're going to have a quick talk. I think, in all fairness, the lesson here is a little heavy-handed, maybe a little off. I don't think that everybody has evil in them. I think everybody has the capacity for evil. But we have to understand what evil is often predicated on, which is fear. The way that we often see evil represented is when people take immense amounts of control and use that power and control for their own gain and benefit, to perpetuate whatever power they have. That usually comes from a fear that if they do not do that, they will be controlled. I have to control my constituents because if I don't exert that force on them, they will exert that force on me. In a lot of ways, evil is just an insecure projection. It's an assumption that other people are going to come after you, so you go after them first out of fear of what they could do, not of what they are guaranteed to do. So when we look at this as saying everybody has this in them, I think everybody has it in them to be afraid. Everybody has it in them to be worried about a lack of control that they have in the environment that they're in. But I don't think that everybody is going to act in a way that allows them to create mass genocide on a group of people. That takes an immense amount of power and really, probably to some extent, sociopathy in order to do. So we all have things we're afraid of. We all compensate for that fear in various ways, trying to gain as much control as we possibly can in a given circumstance is one way to do that. But harming others is not really a good way to do that. And burying that fear is not the ideal way to handle that, which should be pretty obvious at this point from how I've talked about things up until this point. That it's not about ignoring emotion or suppressing it or ignoring our various capacities to be sucked into certain psychological constructs. We need to acknowledge that we're all susceptible to these things. We're all susceptible to overcompensating for a lost sense of control by manipulating others. It's something that we all have a propensity to do, but if we understand that it's something that we can do, we can make better decisions. So, wiping out an entire town, manipulating the masses, if you take it into a more micro system, abusing or manipulating others, lying to them, etc. These are all ways of trying to maintain control over what's going on. And we're all susceptible to stuff like that. If we bury these things, then they affect us in a way that we're not conscious about. When they affect us in a way that we're conscious about, we can do better. We can make better behavioral choices. As I say constantly on this stream, we cannot control our emotional experience. Our emotional experience is the brain reading elements of the environment and making a physiological response that is akin to our survival. What we can control, because we have a prefrontal cortex, is the way that we make meaning out of that emotion, how we respond internally to that emotion, and then what behavioral choices we make in reference to what's going on. So when I say things like focus on what you can control, when we talk about like emotional management and stuff, that's really what we're talking about, is acknowledging your capacity to be influenced by all of these types of constructs. There's no weakness in admitting that it's something that we're all susceptible to, and then making better choices as a result of it. We're more informed in our decisions with that. Now, as I'm reading chat, if we look at Maligula as being a part, then we go back to the conversations we had about Cassie, which is that we don't want any one part to run the show. Parts should not be in control. The self is in control. Parts are used as consultants. So does Maligula have something to offer? Yes. Maligula is decisive, knows how to influence others, knows how to survive. That's a really useful part to consult with, but when we let that part go with its own devices and become bigger and drive the bus, so to speak, that's when we run into problems, because parts are so black and white. And if you want a refresher on that, again, you can go back to our conversations during the Cassie episodes. So it's a really this stirs up a lot of really interesting conversation. I certainly don't want to advocate for the idea that we have to like lock this stuff away in a pit. I think this is a thing that we want to have out in the open and acknowledge so that we can build ourselves up, right? Like, I think if there's anything that is really awesome here in terms of the representation, I know I'm a bit all over the place here, but what's really awesome in how this was handled is you could look at that final moment of making Raz bigger, or you could look at it as making Maligula smaller. But ultimately, what we want to look at that as is there was an equalization there. And that equalization means that we're not allowing that part to have as much huge amounts of power, that we can empower ourselves to be that size and then manage it, right? Like keep it at the level where it's not this big scary thing that we feel powerless against. Could this also be a response of not being able to cope with the grief of what has happened? So I'm going to shift the language on that a little bit, Mary. Every single one of us has the ability to cope with anything. We can cope. Some of us just don't know how to do it. So we choose something else. But we all cope. The difference is whether we cope with a adaptive coping strategy or a maladaptive coping strategy. The difference between the two would be like an adaptive coping strategy might be something like distraction or writing in a journal or talking to friends or going to therapy. Those are all adaptive coping strategies. A maladaptive coping strategy would be drowning yourself in alcohol, turning to substances, self-harm. Those are all coping mechanisms. People do them all the time, but they're maladaptive because they're self-harming. They're harmful to a person and also potentially harmful to others. So yeah, I mean, perhaps this person at this point, I don't even know who to call it, whether it's Lucy, Maligula, Nono, whoever, this person maybe possessed a coping strategy, again, for a sense of powerlessness or a sense of being held accountable for poor decisions that were made. The coping strategy that was chosen was to overpower rather than to sit down and understand the constituency of Grulovia. Right? Immediately, she responds to it by saying there are a bunch of cockroaches that need to be wiped out, instead of, hey, these are people that live in the country that I do. I actually have the power and control necessary to maybe influence their lives in a way that's more positive. Let me listen to what they have to say and allow them to hold me accountable for some of my actions. Instead of doing that, she tried to drown them out. And unfortunately, we see a lot of that in real life.
Nona! Nona!
Thanks, bro.
Raz!
The brain case. Hell yeah. Ugh. I wonder what that smells like when she opened that.
Do you have a funnel?
So that's it? Caligula gets to live out in Green Needle Gulch with Ford as if she didn't just try to kill people? Hey, it was different when I did it. There was a monster. And then... and now...
Easy, General.
I think she deserves a second chance.
And I think I deserve a vacation. My brain's been through a lot.
Oh, no you don't. I've kept this place afloat during your little nap, and now I'm taking 2 of the 17 weeks of vacation I've saved up to lie on a beach where none of you can find me.
Good for you.
Right after we take care of some important Psychonauts business.
Graduation, baby.
Are you coming or not?
Now that's leadership.
Despite my best efforts, you interns have seen some really inappropriate things. But I think you've also learned a truth that every Psychonaut should know. That there are flaws in our most venerated institutions, in our heroes, and in ourselves. We all make mistakes, and we all need help sometimes. But we all
Don't like that
deserve
Sam's graduating.
a second chance. You've seen us at our worst, and we've seen you at your best. And I'm proud to say, you have all graduated from the intern program.
Woo!
That's what I'm talking about.
You are all now officially junior agents of the Psychonauts.
Junior? I'll take it.
Way to go, buddy. I'm gonna kill the music so I don't get DMCA'd. Because it's what we do here. So I'm gonna turn this music on during the duration of the credits, but we're gonna watch the credits, as is tradition, when we finish games. Alright. To every single person that is about to come across this screen, this was wonderful. Truly. I enjoyed every second of this playthrough. And the amount of effort and work and just detail. I mean, it's just, you could tell that a lot of love went into this game. A lot of love went into it. And it was an absolute blast to play. It was consistent. It was easy to analyze. There were just so many things that we were able to dig into and illustrate as a result of playing this game. And I really think that y'all did something real wonderful here. It would be, I think, interesting for me to play this game if I was not a therapist, because I would be curious how a lay audience would make sense of what's happening in the game. And I'm not trying to suggest that, like, my playthrough is better or more sophisticated or anything like that, but having a therapist brain on in playing this game made it just so immensely enjoyable. Like, so many little details and pieces of consistency that just, I mean, really knocked it out of the park here. And I hope that all of you watching my playthrough, I hope maybe this increased your appreciation of this game if you've played it before. Maybe it inspired you to want to play it yourself if you hadn't played it. But I really hope that my playthrough was meaningful to you in whatever way. So there's a huge shout out to the devs. And like I said, I know that y'all are watching. And it's cool that you're watching. And I have nothing but good things to say about it. I will also say, as I say it pretty much at every credit scene when we finish a game, I would love to talk with game devs about psychological components in their games. I would love to be a consultant in some way or another around some of these things. I know that y'all absolutely, you had to have worked with psychologists when you put this game together, but to any game devs that are out there, if you want to have psychological components in your games, if you want to make sure they're consistent, if you want to see how well done it is, I'm always more than happy if you reach out to me, drmicklive@gmail.com. Would be happy to work with you if we could set it up. But while we watch the credits here, I'll give kind of my final thoughts here, and then y'all can ask me questions if you want in chat, and I'll answer them. I really enjoyed this. I think the characters are pretty well developed. There were some pieces that I wish we could have seen a little bit more of. Like, I loved how, like, the way we connected certain constructs in Forsyth's mind. I thought that was awesome. And it felt like that kind of just went away. And that bums me out a little bit. Like, I wish there might have been a little bit more of that. But, I mean, it's very minor gripes. All 9 episodes of this were great. They really were. Good stuff. To those who are asking if I'm going to play Psychonauts 1, the answer is, if I'm being honest, is probably not. I know it's super dated. And, I don't know. This was so good that going back and playing 1 is probably going to feel like a massive downgrade. Yeah, right. This was supposed to be a palate cleanser, and this ended up having more depth. This had more depth than I ever expected. But, yeah, if you've watched all the way up here and you're here live, I welcome your thoughts. If you're watching the VOD, I certainly would love to, if you left a comment, let me know what this playthrough was like for you to watch. I welcome any feedback about the playthrough, any follow-up questions or anything like that. But we are going to watch the entire credits because every single person on this deserves to be recognized for what they put together here. It did feel a bit abrupt wandering. I will say that. It definitely felt abrupt. There's some random names in here. Oh, this is who all these people voiced. Okay, cool. I don't recognize a lot of these games, admittedly. I know Jack Black is there. Yeah, Jack Black. I had fun hanging out. Thanks for playing. Double Fine, seriously, thank you so much for watching this and telling people. The fact that Tim tweeted about this in my playthrough, holy crap. I am beyond honored. And the fact that you were here live and you were watching these playthroughs as they happened, it really does mean a lot to me. Really, really does. So thank you for your hard work on the game. Thanks. It sounds like you created my favorite construct. So I absolutely love the enablers. So good on you for that. And to anybody else on the team who happens to watch this and gets to this point, just thanks for the experience. And thanks for giving my playthrough a shot. It's a really cool thing to know that devs would care enough about my playthrough to watch it. Good night, Skater. Have you played Superliminal? I have not. I I really love that you watch the credits. I do the same thing with movies. I stay for the whole thing because everyone there put work and they deserve to have their name seen on screen. I agree completely. I haven't watched the entire playthrough VOD, but really want to try it myself. You should. It's on Game Pass. If you have Game Pass for Xbox, you can play it for free on PC or Xbox. That's how I've been playing it. So funny watching this as someone with a lit analysis background in contrast, because there are a lot of through lines to compare against the psychological backgrounds. I have several different interpretations of certain events. Sure, I can imagine. I gotta say, I enjoyed the hell out of this playthrough, and your explanations were quite a nice addition. Thank you, Gappy. I appreciate that, dude. And Marvel movies have trained me to wait for extra content in the end. It is a good way to get people to watch credits, to put stuff after it. Do you have an idea of what psychic specialty you would want if you were a Psychonaut? I guess I don't know that I understand the question, Aqua, because I appreciate that you asked the question again. I really don't know. I don't want to be Mind Reader. That's too intrusive. Like, that seems like the obvious one. I would not want to be able to read minds. It's too boring. It's also too invasive. I mean, the superpower I always say that I would want would be to not have to sleep. Like, I really wish that I could not sleep and also not experience cognitive degradation if I stay up. So I suppose maybe if I was going to have a psychic superpower, it would be to maintain, like, my highest level of cognitive capacity at all times. Real question is, if you use clairvoyance, what would your little archetype doodle look like? Isn't it dependent on the circumstance? Like, my archetype doodle guy would probably be pretty muscular, and he'd be a real shit talker. So kind of like Raz's, I suppose, but it'd be a big time shit talker. Archetype doodle Mick would be really cool. I would welcome people doing art of that. Just perfectly healthy regardless of what you do. Yeah, I mean, that would be, well, mentally healthy, yeah. You know, I would eliminate the wall hitting me. I haven't been able to catch a stream live in a long time. Just been watching VODs mostly. I just wanted to say thanks for the content you put out. As someone with a rough upbringing myself, and especially someone who has struggled with relationships in the past, I found a lot of the concepts you've talked about really helpful. I'm so glad to hear that. Thank you for popping out a chat, or showing up here live to tell me that. I really do appreciate that, The archetype Raz is the drawing that he did on the previously on Psychonauts catch-up video. That is cool. The music in this game was really great. The voice acting was incredible. The art design is fantastic. I do wish in some games like this if there was a way to turn off the flashing lights. Yeah. I do agree with that. That if there was games that should have that kind of accessibility feature. I gotta say, for me, the highlight of this game was doing the getting the band back together. That was just so trippy and wonderful. That was my favorite part of the game. Double Fine has a karaoke version of Cosmic. I Smell the Universe on their YouTube channel. Nice. As you do. The music there was awesome. Landing Jack Black was solid. Yep. May the 4th be with you, and don't forget to celebrate Revenge of the 5th. You got it. I love this game so much. These streams have been amazing, and while watching, I've crocheted the wings for my dragon, and I'm now one sleeve away from having a new sweater. Badass. Also, thanks for making it all the way to the end. Those of you that have watched the live streams, thank you for watching all of them and being here with me live. If you've been watching these VODs on YouTube, thank you so much for that. Really, really cool. I love that they have the backers here. This is cool. Wow, we're only in the A's. Holy shit. Oh my god. Did you have a favorite world? Yeah, the one that was like Sergeant Pepper's. The psychedelic world inside Helmet. Okay, so I have a... Oh, man. I don't know if anybody knows this. Are there additional credits after the backers? Because I'm not necessarily inclined to watch this entire thing of all the backers. I appreciate people who back the game, but they're not the people who created it. If there's any additional credits after this, then I will keep going. But if there's no additional credits, then I will bail on this. Okay, I'm going to bail on this. This is all? All right.
I know I graduated the intern program and all, but I'll bet if I snuck in a little extra credit work, that would really irritate Norma.
Congratulations, Junior Psychonaut. A new auto shot filter for finding collectibles is now available at Automatic Machines. If you haven't borrowed any gadgets yet from Auto, report to him in the lab first. Well, I appreciate that immensely, but that's going to be it. It does let you keep playing so you can go get all your stuff, but that is of no interest to me. We've done the narrative part. That's what matters. That concludes our coverage of Psychonauts 2. So that means that up next is Grand Theft Auto 5. Thank you for making a game for me to play, Bert. I didn't realize we'd finish it tonight either, but here we are. Grand Theft Auto 5 is next. We'll have some fun with it. I haven't played it since 2015. It gets requested all the time. I got a hankering for another Rockstar title.